And we're live. What's going on, everybody? It's Kelly, and welcome to Sub Sunday number 77. Good Lord, I need to get back on making these because I should be at like 115 by now. But I've taken so many breaks, just skipped so many days and shit like that. So today, obviously, we're going to talk about Star Wars. Loads and loads of Star Wars. Fan theories, Rebels, stuff like that. So if you haven't seen the movie, which I don't know why you haven't seen the movie, go see the movie. Make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment that you haven't seen the movie, and just mute it and minimize it until it's done. If you have seen the movie, sit down because we'd like to hear your feedback on the theories that we're throwing out there, and what you guys saw of the movie. So yeah, what's up, Citadel?
Not much, man. So I've seen Star Wars: Force Awakens 5 times,
Nice.
and the last time I saw it, I am almost sure that Rey is related to Obi-Wan.
No,
Alec Guinness was in the movie.
that doesn't mean anything.
I don't know why. Why else would Obi-Wan be saying her name? I really do think.
Okay, first of all, that was Vader's lightsaber that called to her. There's no way she's related to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Because if she was Obi-Wan's relation, then Anakin's lightsaber would have never called to her.
But Anakin and Obi-Wan had a strong connection.
They had a strong connection, but not that strong.
I think they did.
Not strong enough because, apparently Anakin betrayed Obi-Wan.
Yeah, but I mean, he was fucking. Natalie Portman was throwing him that pussy.
That had nothing to do with Natalie Portman.
It had everything to do with Natalie Portman. I'd kill Obi-Wan for Natalie Portman.
He didn't kill Obi-Wan for Natalie Portman. He killed Obi-Wan for the Sith.
He was trying to kill Natalie Portman to get to save Natalie Portman.
What?
Anakin's whole thing was to save Natalie Portman.
Yep.
He would not have killed all those little Jedi babies if it wasn't for Natalie Portman. Like, he was all for.
No.
He was all for.
It's plain and simple. Rey is Luke Skywalker's kid.
I don't know why else Obi-Wan would be saying her name. Why dead Obi-Wan would be saying her name.
Why was Obi-Wan saying Luke's name? Why was Obi-Wan connecting with Luke?
Because he's trying to train him to become a Jedi. Is
Why
Obi-Wan
does he
going to
even
try?
care?
Because he's a Jedi and he was the only hope. He still cares, even though he's dead. He's still a Jedi.
No,
You don't
see,
think a dead
wait a minute.
Jedi died, they stop
Then
caring?
wouldn't a dead Jedi take interest into Rey because she is Luke's kid, and everything at the end of that movie pointed to her being Luke's kid. Everything, plus her age.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way she could have been Obi-Wan's.
I'm not saying she's Obi-Wan. She could be Obi-Wan's grandchild.
Even then, Obi-Wan didn't have kids.
How you know? You think Obi-Wan literally stayed on Tatooine for the rest of his life? He literally as soon as he dropped off Luke, he didn't go out. He didn't get bored. He didn't get lonely.
No, he took
stayed there.
He took Luke to Obi-Wan and went and did what Jedi do. I promise you, I can guarantee
what
you.
Was Luke like 19? So 20 years. 20 years he sat on that planet alone doing nothing.
Except for meditating and becoming closer to the Force.
Nah, he had that what's her name?
They're Tibetan monks.
What's that planet called? Mandalore. He had that Mandalorian girlfriend. He'll go shacked up with her.
What Mandalorian girlfriend?
In the Clone Wars, he was with that Mandalorian.
She died.
Girl. Nah, he brought her back.
You're an idiot. No, and they're Tibetan monks that go their entire life without that stuff. So what's the difference between them and Jedi? Jedi are disciplined, and he was one of the most disciplined out there.
Except for his Mandalorian girlfriend.
Hey, man. Everybody was young at one point.
Exactly. That old man, he was perverted. I saw something dark side.
What?
Family Guy.
Star Wars. Okay. just call me godly. The movie was fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and give us our straight up opinion about the movie itself. The movie was a safe movie. Disney made a safe movie, okay? They said, okay, let us get the essence of the original movie that won and captured so many people's imaginations, and then let's redo it and make a movie that we can continue a story off, but not essentially make a Empire Strikes Back and a Return of the Jedi for the next two movies, but let's make a New Hope, newer version, telling a different, more or less the same story, but new characters and evolving off of the old characters. The movie was fantastic. You sat down, the dun 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 started up, and you were like, yes. The credits rolled by, and you were like, oh yes. And then it starts in space, and you were like, this is fantastic. And then you sat through the whole movie, and you just were like, oh, awesome. I thought the movie was fantastic. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I want to go see it again in theaters if I have the money at some point. Jordan?
Seen it 5 times in theaters. Loved it all the times. That was a good movie. I thought though, I liked the story. I liked the characters. I liked the fight scenes. Really, kind of my favorite, my least favorite character, which kind of disappoints me for the next movies, is Rey. I really don't care about Rey or like her that much. My favorite character was Maz Kanata.
Who was Maz? The little crazy lady?
Yeah, the pirate. His favorite character was Rey. Probably in order of favorite, it'd probably go Maz, Finn, Poe. No, Maz, Kylo, Finn, Poe, BB-8, then Rey.
BB-8 was the bomb diggity. I loved BB-8. He was funny.
Yeah, BB-8 was great.
But, all in all, the movie was great. I loved it. Absolutely freaking loved it. Go ahead.
I'm trying to remember his name. I should Google this. Oh, Daniel Mandel, the director of photography.
Yeah.
The wide shot. There were so many wide shots, and they were so amazingly beautiful. Like the scene where she's drinking the water coming out of the Star Destroyer. The scene when what's his name? Kylo Ren his ship first lands on Jakku.
Yeah.
This going down her sliding down that hill. That was real.
Oh, I know.
There's a the video they submitted to the Oscars to get nominated for visual effects got leaked, and the special effects were really good. There was stuff that I real that turned out to be special effects.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
You just have to have this video going in the background, like the scene where she's in the Star Destroyer. I thought most of that wasn't real. I thought a lot of that was real.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of that wasn't real. Obviously all of the scene where they escape from the Star Destroyer, Poe and Finn. That whole scene with the X-Wing. As soon as they get into the X-Wing, everything is fake. Everything's digital.
Yeah. Okay.
Like even the environment when they're still in the caught on the cable, the stormtroopers running around are all CG.
Really?
Yeah. I try to find the video.
That's actually pretty fascinating. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and you can see it's funny when the scene where they first find the Millennium Falcon, all of it is real, like the explosions and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the camera pans over to show the Millennium Falcon, there's just 2 green screens hanging, like draped over some poles for. Oh,
That's
it got
funny.
taken down.
Oh, all right. So we got another question. The theory of who Supreme Leader Snoke is. Somebody asking, do you think it's actually Darth Plagueis? I am going to go with the Jar Jar theory. I think it's Jar Jar, straight up. I'm holding it out. Even until they reveal who Snoke is, I still say it's Jar Jar playing a big mind trick on everybody. What's going to happen is he's going to kill everybody, and he's going to take, just take off the mask he's wearing and says, I avenged you, Annie, and that's it. That's what's going to happen. I mean,
so J.J. Abrams
Mhm.
said that both Snoke and Kylo Ren aren't Sith.
No, they're Ren or
Force
something
users.
like that. Huh?
Force users. Like I think he said they were just powerful Force users. Which when he said that made me think of Father Mortis. And I really would love if like Father Mortis wasn't dead and that was Snoke. Or maybe the son. It would probably be more the son because the Father Mortis was not dark. Do you remember that storyline? There's like 5 episodes in the Clone Wars
I
where
have
they
to
go
watch
to
season 2. Oh, wait a minute. Father Mortis.
there was Father Mortis and then the son, which they never gave a name, and then the daughter. The son was the dark side. The daughter
Oh
was the light,
yeah,
and Father
yeah.
Mortis was the one keeping everything in balance.
The balance, and at
Yeah,
the
and
end,
he was gonna wanted Anakin to replace him at there to keep his son to keep his children in check.
yeah, I remember that episode.
Yeah, I think Snoke might be
You think he might be
the
Father
son.
Mortis?
I think it's more likely he's the son and not Father Mortis because the way
Can I download the game?
because
No.
Anakin killed the son by just stabbing him with a lightsaber, and that nothing in that episode made me think that he could die from a lightsaber. Because what's his name? Father Mortis. Anakin literally tried to kill Father Mortis, and Father Mortis just grabs the lightsaber and holds it in his hand like
Mhm.
it's nothing. So I don't think that would be awesome if it was the son.
Well, no, he used the sword. He used the sword to kill the son.
Father Mortis killed himself with the sword, and then when the son went to grab him, like to hold him, that's when Anakin came up behind him and stabbed him with the lightsaber.
Okay, I definitely
I
need to
literally just
rewatch
watched
those
the
episodes.
episode.
I need to rewatch those episodes then.
Yeah, Father Mortis killed himself with because there's I can't remember the reason, but yeah. But tell me you wouldn't kill all the Jedi for that right there.
Let me see.
That white outfit.
Oh, that's funny. Let's
She's
see.
a good actor, but she was so bad, and it seemed like everyone like Coulter got knocked down a few ranks when they got into Star Wars. I don't know what that was.
That's okay. Hayden Christensen disappeared after Star Wars. Like he stopped
Yeah,
acting.
Jumper.
He
Him
stopped
and Sam
acting
Jackson
after
did
that.
Jumper.
Yeah, but he stopped acting
Dude,
after
Jumper.
that. for a while.
I liked Jumper.
Jumper was okay. It could have been better.
Mhm.
They
said it. I didn't like the ending because the ending set it up for a sequel, and we never got one.
Yeah, because it flopped in the movies. All right, so honestly, I do think Darth Plagueis is going to be Supreme Leader Snoke. I mean, it's the only reasonable thing, unless they completely invent somebody else to bring into the series, which is completely possible too. But it would make more sense if it was Plagueis in the long run. To me, at least.
Sony did get rid of Star Wars: The Old Republic, the MMO.
They did.
None of that is canon. It's still going. You can still they're still supporting it and still you can still play it, but none of it is canon.
That's
so
lame.
the only reason I can see them doing that is either they have their own plans to do something with the public, like a TV series or movie, or they want to take characters from the Old Republic and they don't want to be restricted by whatever they did already.
Yeah.
Because the Old Republic is literally so far away that anything that happens in that video game does not affect the movies.
No, at all.
Literally
Not at all.
Nothing. It's so
so far back. Actually, they added the original trilogy missions to the Old Republic a couple years ago. You can play through all the original trilogy stuff in the Old Republic if you want to. Also, what was it? There is talks about a live action Star Wars TV show. I think Netflix is getting in on it, which is good because if Netflix gets in on it, then it'll actually be good. Because honestly, next to Marco Polo, Netflix hasn't done very many swings and a miss with their TV shows.
Yeah.
And even then, Marco Polo was enjoyable.
House of Cards, I think, is definitely their most popular, and then probably after that is Orange is the New Black.
Yeah. So I mean,
House of Cards really set them up as top tier. Let's talk about Netflix. We'll go back to Star Wars, but let's talk about Netflix real quick.
Okay.
Got Idris Elba got and Beast of No Nation. They got sort of taken out of the running for Oscars, even though they're eligible to be nominated, but they were never going to win because of Netflix, because it was a Netflix original movie. And
Really?
yeah, it's like there's like a big thing that like Hollywood does not, because the amount of people going to movies are going down. Like people aren't going to movies as much, and when you have Netflix making something like Beast of No Nation, which was like one of the best movies I saw last year, and it's just putting it on Netflix where you can watch it from your house, like that's scary for like big budget like Hollywood movies.
It is scary for them because when you can access something completely and utterly right there from home, it does damage ticket prices. But then again, Star Wars. Star Wars just dominated movie prices, or the movie theaters. And after what, like 3 weeks, it finally got kicked out of number one by what is it, Joyride or Ride Along 2.
Yeah,
And the only reason,
it was on number one for like a month.
Yeah,
it was like I think it was a solid month. It was number one.
Yeah.
Also, they did have a deal with IMAX where literally the only thing that could be shown in an IMAX theater until I think it's this week, until this weekend, was Star Wars. Because this weekend's like the first time. I don't know if The Revenant is being shown. The Revenant couldn't be shown in IMAX until now, even though it came out at the beginning, towards the end of last year. But it couldn't be shown in IMAX until now
because of Star Wars, which is fine.
Yeah,
I'm good with that. Revenant was brutal, man. Holy crap, that was brutal. That bear scene, yeah. Like I wasn't even ready for it. I was like, "What's going on here?" And then all of a sudden, he's getting like just destroyed by a bear. I'm like, oh, "What?" That's crazy.
Great movie.
Was a very good movie. All right, so here's another Star Wars question: if the rebellion won at the end of Return of the Jedi, why isn't the war over? Because I think
the war is over between the Empire. Yeah. It's over between the Empire. This is the First Order is what was left of the Empire.
Yep, and they're
they won the battle at the end of Return of the Jedi, but they killed the leader, they killed the Emperor, and Darth Vader's gone, but they did not destroy the Empire.
Yeah, the Empire just kept going on.
They won a major battle and weakened the Empire, but they did not destroy the Empire. Like they still had to continue to fight the Empire.
Yes. They chopped off the head of the snake, but the rest of, the snake was still there to fight.
Yeah. It's kind of the equivalent of like you kill the president, there's someone else gets promoted.
Yes.
You don't just it doesn't just end.
No. And what it was is they had weakened it so much that they took back over Coruscant and everything else and reestablished.
The Republic wasn't on Coruscant though. Coruscant wasn't destroyed in.
I thought that was Coruscant that got destroyed.
Oh. Yeah, on the Star Wars subreddit they were comparing they were comparing the looks of the city, and it was definitely not Coruscant. And also, I can't remember what they said. They said the system they were destroying, and apparently Coruscant was not in that system.
Huh. I wonder what was in that system then.
Yeah, so it looks like the capital of the Republic was on another planet.
Okay. And basically, it was just the leftover remnants of the Empire and a smaller rebel force keep fighting them while the rest of the Republic just lived peacefully.
One thing that was cool is, so the First Order is sort of scraps of the Empire built back up by Snoke. But One thing that was cool is on Jakku when they were in the Star Destroyer, if you play Battlefront, Battle of Jakku, you learn the whole story of that battle of like why the X-Wings like is there, and then like when she's living in the down AT-AT.
Yeah,
I was like, I took that down. I destroyed that.
That was me. That was me, suckers. I did it.
Dude, the story for Jakku is really cool. So pretty much after the Battle of Endor, shortly after, the rebels were going to hijack a Star Destroyer.
Okay.
And they disabled the self-destruct system. So the captain didn't want to hand over the ship to the rebels. So his only thought was,
crash.
We're going to fly it into the planet and crash it.
That works.
Yeah, and that's how the battle. And then it didn't get destroyed, so the Empire sent reinforcements to defend it because you don't want the rebels to have anything in the Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
So,
the Battle of Jakku.
Yeah, that's the Battle of Jakku.
So best line in the entire movie.
The very beginning, Kylo Ren, I'll show you the dark side.
I'll show
When
you
he
the
said
dark
that,
side.
I was like, holy shit.
No. My favorite is at the end with Luke.
Just the stare.
It just stare. That's it. No. Okay, so the one that got me right off the bat was, I'm used to a serious Star Wars movie. There's no really like fast talking or quips or anything like that. Much said at a serious point in the movie, where they have Poe down on his knees and Kylo's just looking at him, and he's like, "So,
Yeah.
do,
You talk first, or I talk first. That's
do you
great.
talk first, or do you ask questions, or I talk first? How's this work?" And it's like, yeah, you can tell Abrams directed this movie.
Did you know? I saw a funny story. Henry Cavill, the guy who plays Superman,
Mm-hmm.
when they made Superman Returns, J.J. Abrams was supposed to make that Superman movie.
Really?
But yeah, but something happened and he didn't make it, and his Superman was supposed to be Henry Cavill, the Superman now.
Yeah. Which
And yes,
actually works
I don't.
pretty damn well.
Yeah, I don't know why. I really want to see a JB. It probably would have been better than Superman Returns.
Anything would be better than Superman Returns.
Superman Returns started out so great with the him catching the plane,
Yeah.
and then him top of that building where he gets shot in the eye and it just crushes. Like, it starts off so great, and then it was just slow, and then the action scene was, then the climax was just a little peak with him gently falling. It's just like, what? This is all you got?
Yeah, I was not impressed with it
Yeah.
at all. I just
I did like Man of Steel.
yeah.
Yeah, I did. Did you not like Man of Steel?
Man of Steel? That was the one with Zod, right?
Yeah, the last Superman movie to come out.
I liked everything except for the ending. The
With
ending
him-
was
With him killing, what's his name?
Zod. Yes.
You didn't like him killing.
No, that doesn't happen. Superman is a Boy Scout. He does not kill people.
I liked it that he killed him. I really. Did you see the clip for Batman vs Superman with him threatening Batman? was just like-
Vaguely.
Where he was just like, next time you see a light in the sky, don't go to it. The bat is dead. And then he just walks away and is like, consider this mercy. And then shoots up into the sky and flies away. I'm like, Superman's a badass. This was my favorite part of This is my favorite part of Star Wars, of the new Star Wars movie. I just linked it.
All right. Oh yeah, the thumbs up.
That was great.
That was funny.
Great.
Oh man, I love the cameos. The cameos were great in that movie. It's like,
Yeah.
Daniel Craig was the stormtrooper that she
Stormtrooper, yeah.
tricked.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg was the junk dealer.
Mhm.
Who else was in there? The Ewan McGregor did voices. Actually, the Obi-Wan Kenobi for the TV show, The Clone Wars, came in and recorded all those lines, and they were going to use him in the movie, but they apparently got in touch with Ewan McGregor, and Ewan McGregor turned around and did the lines too, and they replaced the Clone Wars Obi-Wan with the actual Ewan McGregor lines, and he's like, I'm perfectly okay with that.
There
I'm
was
not upset at all. I was in it, but not really.
Ewan McGregor is in a Broadway play, and he was on, I think, Jimmy Fallon, and he
Yeah.
told a story about how he was in he was going to do across America from LA to New York,
Yeah,
and he was going to do a road trip, so he bought like an old sports car.
yeah.
He gets to Utah. He's halfway through Utah, and then he runs out of gas. And he was like, there was nothing around. I felt like I was on Mars. And this old woman stops and looks at him and was like, he's wearing imagine like an old time 40s racing jumpsuit. He's in
Yeah.
that. Pulled over. sitting on the hood of his car, holding up a sign that says gas. And this old woman pulls over and is like, "Are you Obi-Wan Kenobi?" And sort of like, "Why are you in the desert, sitting on the hood of your car in a 40s racing jumpsuit?"
Oh, that's funny.
You watch Hey Arnold?
No, they haven't watched Hey Arnold yet.
Did you watch it?
Oh yeah, of course I watch it. Football head.
What do you think about this?
Okay, hold on a second.
But yeah,
Let's take a look.
Geralt of Rivia.
That's awesome. That is pretty fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man, Geralt of Riviera. Gerald of Riviera. That's awesome. I like that.
Yeah, it was great. Did you see Zeke sort of shitting on The Witcher?
No, I did not. What happened?
He on Drop Frames, he said that he likes the game and he thinks it's a good game. He just doesn't like Gerald.
He doesn't
Or
like
Geralt.
Geralt.
Yeah.
Really?
He says he's too like he's boring. Like he doesn't have there's no emotion. He's just sort of monotone. And people are like, that's the way the character is supposed to be. But he was like, this is a fictional character. Maybe you shouldn't have made the character that way. Which he has a point. Like if he is sort of monotone, no emotion, just sort of like sort of bland.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. The other trying to think of other Star Wars things that I don't know if you noticed and when they first get on the Millennium Falcon, there's the training droid that from episode 4.
The training? You mean the little blaster ball?
Yeah. When what is it called? When he's fixing Chewie and he's looking through the bag for bandages, Finn holds it up and like throws it behind him.
Yeah, I saw that. There is a lot of little nods to that.
Did you go opening night?
Yeah, I saw it Thursday night.
Dude, I was sitting with 2 other friends, and literally the entire theater, anytime something like someone from the old series would come in, they would like clap. They was cheering.
Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, what do you think about? I feel bad for Carrie Fisher. She seems really upset about all the hate she's getting.
I wouldn't hate on her. She's still gorgeous.
Because everyone was like praising how good all the acting was, because the acting was way. Finn and Rey were way better than Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher.
Mark Hamill's acting was staring, okay? There is no way anybody can judge a stare. Anyways.
Did you see the but yeah, they were praising all the acting and from all of the new people and the old peoples, and they were like, well, Carrie Fisher was she was in the movie. And it was just like people were, and then they were like, she didn't hold up. Then like she had too much plastic surgery. If she could move her face, the movie would have been better.
Oh, damn!
But the only one scene where she really needed to convey emotion, she did a good job, was when Han died and she sensed it.
And that's all she needed to do, man. I mean, otherwise she was a stern general.
She's a main character in the new one too.
Probably. I have a feeling by the 3rd episode, they're not going to be main characters anymore.
Do you think Luke dies this episode? Do you think we get a fight between Snoke and Luke dies?
I think if Snoke and Luke fight, I think Luke is going to dominate Snoke, and Kylo is going to probably kill him.
If Snoke is Plagueis, I think Luke loses, because Plagueis would have been training
for
since he was a child,
thousands of years,
and he would have started as a baby.
Yeah,
and Luke and that's the one thing that really bothered me about you have the Jedi, which were like Obi-Wan, who are literally taken from their families at birth, like not at birth, but like maybe really young and trained to become Jedi. And then you have Luke, who was like 19 years old, trained for, let's say in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, they were kind of bad with time, and say he spent 2 years with Yoda.
Yeah.
Say that's the time that it took him to get from Empire Strikes Back to Return of the Jedi. 2 years. He's not anything. He's not even a.
But also, I
And
think
you have to think if he trained himself from this point on, he can't. He doesn't know if he has any bad habits. He doesn't know if he has. He doesn't know if he does.
if they stick to anything from the books, he's found holocrons that he's been training off of inside the central, the government, the Empire government. He's found holocrons that have helped him train. Plus, even then, he's trained for the last like 30 or 40 years on what he knows.
Battlefront 2 is canon. Didn't they destroy all the holocrons in Battlefront 2?
Not all of them. If they stick with what they talked about in the books, if they stick with anything from the books, there are still holocrons left.
I was so disappointed that Starkiller Base was not named after Starkiller from Force Awakens.
No, he was named after the original Luke. Starkiller from Force Unleashed is named after the original Luke.
I was Starkiller Base to be named after Starkiller from the Force Awakens.
That's what it was named after.
It wasn't. It was named after because it killed a star to fire.
But it got the name. The Starkiller Base was named Starkiller because of Force Unleashed Starkiller and also the original Ralph McQuarrie Starkiller images. You know about those, right?
Yes.
Which those are freaking awesome. I mean, I look at them every once in a while. I'm like, man, that is some amazing art.
You should link an album. I can't wait. I hope this year we get to see the Visceral Games Star Wars. Like, really.
No, I want Visceral Games to stop making any game except for Dead Space 4. That's what they need to concentrate.
They've already spent a little bit of money making this one, so I think they should release it at least. Get a good funding for the next Dead Space.
No. Yeah, okay. I'll give them that. Let's see. See if I can find that image.
So what do you think about the Oculus Rift? I didn't link the topics for you.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
What do you think about the Oculus Rift?
I think it just... I'll never play it because I know as soon as I hook that bitch in and start using it, I will throw up.
I want one, but I'm not spending $600.
I don't blame you, man. That is an expensive ass device.
Have you seen the or after it came out, everyone's hoping for the Valve VR, the Vive, to be good, and there's in the name the HTC Vive. People have confirmed Half-Life 3. I just linked it.
Oh dear God.
HTC Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Wow.
You really have to. They're really stretching.
They really are stretching. That is something special right there.
The year the Xbox One and PS4 was announced, everyone thought that Gaben was going to come out and go, PS4, Xbox One, 4 minus 1 is 3, Half-Life 3, and then just walk off the stage. Like they missed so many great opportunities.
I honestly, I cannot wait for them to do some of that stuff. You know, him walk out and just confirm all of the crazy ass fan theories.
Last E3, there was a insane. So another thing that probably aren't ever going to get Half-Life 3 because Steam just greenlit a fan-made Half-Life 3 to be released on Steam.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't think and there was a bunch of things that there's a whole video I saw that was breaking it down that Valve probably won't ever make another video game.
Why?
That they don't ever have that like Steam wise is their main focus now, and they won't ever need another video game.
They need to release a Left 4 Dead.
And if they do, they'll do what they've done before and take a mod of their game and make it into a full game and not ever touch any of the other IPs they have.
I hope they don't do that. That would be a really big old piss off.
Yeah.
Because, man, I really want like a Left 4 Dead 3. I love the Left 4 Dead games. I don't play them as much as I want to, but man, they are pretty damn fantastic. So damn good.
Did you see the Division? The recommended specs for the Division was a 970.
Yeah.
But I don't know Jack. I don't know if you know this is Jack Frags. He streams on Twitch and he's a
Okay.
YouTuber, Battlefield YouTuber. He went to an event where he played the PC version and he was allowed to talk about it. He just couldn't show any footage.
Yeah.
And he said that it ran great. It's not the same. The graphics aren't what they showed at E3, which I guess you could just never expect. You just
Hell no. You know
when you're
what?
looking at E3, you just have to look at gameplay and not graphics.
Yes.
But he said that it ran fine and the HUD is completely customizable. Like the PC version is the best version. He said it is really like the PC version was really well done.
I can honestly say I don't really give a shit about the Division. Not one bit.
Well, you should at least play the beta. It'll be good for your stream.
I don't care. I don't care enough about to play it. This game, I have no interest in playing this game. It literally just nothing at all. It's
the
like,
beta
it's like,
this weekend. You should at least play it.
do I have to boot? Do I have to boot up Uplay?
No, you can get it from Steam, and it doesn't open up in Uplay.
Okay, as long as I don't have to install Uplay, we're good.
But yeah, the Overwatch is coming back soon.
I don't care
I know
about
you don't care
Overwatch
about.
either. I've watched
Lawbreakers,
videos.
we're probably gonna.
Lawbreakers, I might look into.
My most hyped game for this year is Star Citizen and Overwatch.
You know what they just did a remaster of? Resident Evil 0. And I played it the last couple days, and that game is so much more fun than I remember it being. It really is very fun.
I got no interest in any of that.
It's okay.
Tomb Raider comes out this week, which I'm hyped about. It comes out on Wednesday, I think, which is weird.
Now, I'd like to get a hold of the new Tomb Raider game because I enjoyed the original one, the original remake.
Yeah,
right.
I liked it too.
That was fun. That was entertaining. It was beautiful.
And
now
new one. I saw what it looked like on the Xbox One. I can't wait to load that up.
You know what game I'm kind of smitten with right now is Dragon's Dogma.
I haven't played that yet. I'll play it eventually.
It is.
I have it.
I like the combat system. It's a very hack and slash game. But I like the combat system to it.
Trying to think. You probably haven't played Slime Rancher, have you?
No.
Okay, I it's a good game. It looks like I'm pretty sure it's a kid's game. I'm almost positive it is, but it's like Nintendo, where Nintendo makes kid games, but the only people who play them are adults. Like, yeah. I think it's that sort of deal. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of other Star Citizen. I'm really hyped for. Have you seen so No Man's Sky has, I don't know what number this is, but it's 18 billion planets that you can explore.
Oh man, I can't wait for it.
But I saw an article on I don't know if you go on the Reddit game dev subreddit, and there was a big debate on whether randomly generated procedurally generated worlds like No Man's Sky is doing is better than 1 to 2 smaller handmade worlds. That the content is better than the 18 billion planets that you would get from a procedurally generated world. That handmade content is better than just randomly making content. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't. What is it? What is it? Randomly made content or procedurally made content? What are you talking about again?
Like procedurally made or randomly made content over handmade content. So like,
it's specifically
like Destiny is an MMO that has handmade content.
Oh yeah,
No
everything
Man's Sky and Star Citizen is random. All the planets is random. Everything on Destiny was placed there by somebody. Everything on No Man's Sky and Star Citizen and the planets was randomly made. No one touched those
Hold on a
planets.
second.
They were randomly made. Yeah. They were randomly made. So chat, isn't Kelly a fuckboy?
Shut up. Yeah, no, I'd rather have a randomly generated worlds than the made stuff, you know, because I like Destiny. Don't get me wrong, I like bouncing around in the worlds. I'd like to know where everything is. I'd like to know that yes, I can go to this certain location and kill a captain multiple times. But at the same time, I do like the randomicity of just, you know, finding a planet and going from there. So that I do agree with you on that one.
I'm trying to think. I gotta look at the topic list again. VR. Are you excited? You excited for the new Far Cry?
It's like the first two. It's like Far Cry 3 and 4. Awesome. I loved playing them. I enjoyed them. Am I excited about them? I'll get them after they come out. And
I'm excited. I'm excited about the setting. I like the like Stone Age setting of it.
I like that idea. That's a pretty cool idea, because that's something that was like, you know, tuned into on in 3 or 4, excuse me.
Yeah. Battlefield 2016 I'm excited for. I really hope it's World War II.
What, the new another
Whatever the
COD?
Battlefield is.
Oh, the next Battlefield?
COD the COD I probably get, but I'm not like, oh, new Call of Duty. Like literally if you would have asked me like 5 years ago, like Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1 days, I would super excited for COD.
I'll be right back.
He left me alone. XCOM 2 comes out in a few days. I don't even know where he's streaming at. He's streaming to his channel. YouTube. Okay, he should not have. He should not have left me alone. Should not have left me alone. So chat, what are you guys excited about? I just checked the chat. There's no one in there, so we're on our own, man. We're on our own. I got a Kylo Ren poster, Hobbit poster, bed, window. Thank God he finally came back.
All right,
I'm
back. Huh?
You left me alone. What was I supposed to do? I was talking about nothing. Well, you left me alone.
You'll get over it. Stormtroopers VATS. Have you? Okay, I'm gonna show you this because this is funny.
I saw it.
Boogie just tweeted it
out.
out.
Light up green.
Yeah, that's the Stormtroopers VATS. Alrighty.
Oh, have you seen the Legend of Korra McDonald's ad?
No.
I'll link it for you. It's pretty great. Oh, we could talk about that. Let's talk about do you know about the whole abuse thing with YouTube?
What?
Did you watch it?
No, what's going on?
No, I mean, did you watch the clip I put in the McDonald's ad?
Yeah, I just watched that.
The something Matt Santorum and Nicole Arbor domestic abuse.
Who the hell is that?
They're popular YouTubers. All right, I will never understand this. So Matt Santorum made a video, uploaded it, and then took it down right after he uploaded it.
Okay.
About his abuse story with Nicole Arbor. I will never understand. This man is bawling his eyes out because he said that Nicole Arbor abused him.
Give me a link.
at one point, you want to, dude, it's like an 18-minute video.
Just link. I'll skim through.
Um, it has 4 million views, but I will never understand how this woman, this little girl, his girlfriend is small. His ex-girlfriend is small. She was like, he punched him in the face. I was like, at first I was like, and then he said he tried to leave, but she was blocking the way. This is not like a 400-pound man. This is a little girl that you pick up and move out the way if she hits you in the face and you want to leave.
That doesn't mean anything.
So you're telling me right now, Kelly, you get in an argument and your wife punches you hard in the face, and you want to, you right there, you're done. You're not dating. You're dating her. You don't have the kids. She punches you in the face in an argument, and you're done. You've been fighting a lot, and you're done, and you want to leave her. You're gonna let her stop you from leaving your own house?
There's probably more to it than that.
He said it was psychological, and I'm like, all right, you're a bitch. you're a bitch.
Nah, dude, you know, there's a lot more than going on than you understand. There are plenty of cases like this where the male is actually getting abused by the female, and there's not much they can do about it. It happens a lot.
Maybe there's not much they could do. You kick him out. Okay. You're a grown man. What are you going to do? Was the little girl going to hit you?
Doesn't matter. They've been so beat down and abused by it that they just respond to it. It happens. It happens. I'm serious. Yeah. It's like the comedian Christopher Titus. He had a girlfriend that physically abused him, and he stayed with her for like 3 or 4 years. And I'm talking like she would flip off her lid and then like punch him in the face, and then the next minute, you know, they'd be like on the ground having sex. And it's like he went through this for 3 years. You know, like he actually got arrested a couple times because he was trying to get away from her.
No, you're a bitch. Like I can't support that. You're a bitch.
But see, that it happens. Stuff like that happens, though. Cheaters exit here, Mr. Pinocchio. Wow, they're showing. I found a clip on Twitter right here. It shows Tom Brady walking out, and behind it has a sign that says "Cheaters exit here," and an area of Tom Brady walking off the field. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. The pot shots, man. The pot shots.
So there's like 3 feet of snow outside my house right now, and it never snows that much where I live.
Dude, we got like a 1/4 of an inch, maybe.
Dude, yeah, we got like I'm not excited. Like part of me was just like, I could stay in my house until it melts.
Nice.
But I really can't because I have school on Wednesday. So I guess I can stay in my house until Wednesday and just not go anywhere. And hopefully it melts enough where I don't have to do that much work.
I doubt it.
Let me see what the weather's. It's going to be like 60. I'm definitely not going to go out there and shovel.
It's going to be funny. Oh, man. So let's talk a little more Star Wars. All right, so you think Snoke is who? You think it's I think we covered. I don't remember if we covered this exactly.
I think Revan or maybe Maul.
You think he's Maul?
I think he could be Maul. I think they would want to keep it all. I don't think they would want to go bring in a character outside of the movie universe. And so I really do think it could be Maul, especially since the trailer for Rebels with
how the hell does Ezra end up with Maul in the first place?
They don't explain that. But it did look like he was on an astral plane.
Oh, okay.
It looked like that's where he was talking to Yoda and where he met Maul. And then you see if Maul, and then if Ezra does get trained by Maul, it would make sense that why Kylo Ren has the tri-bladed lightsaber.
How does that make sense?
Because Ezra has the tri-bladed lightsaber in Rebels.
Huh.
He has a green. I'll show you a picture. He has a green one.
I think that was just a whole PR stunt to help with the tri-bladed.
Disney did explain the tri-bladed lightsaber and why it's that way.
Why?
It's a lightsaber design from Malachor, and it's like an OG, like a really original, like one of the first lightsaber designs.
Okay.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's from a planet called Malachor. That's where Revan went and like slaughtered people. Like when you get angry, like how Kylo Ren has that temper tantrum.
Oh god, I love that.
Revan would go through this planet and literally walk through cities and just murder people.
Nice. My favorite though is the two stormtroopers coming around the corner, and they hear Kylo having his little hissy fist,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Nope, go back this way."
The best thing of that trailer was of Rebels is Anakin talking to Ahsoka. What's his name? Vader using the Force, talking to Ahsoka, and Anakin's. Like that is great.
Interesting.
Like Ahsoka, why did you leave? And then he's like, he knows he's a bad person. He's like, do you know what I've become? Like he know. Do you remember? I don't remember. I think it was a book where Vader fights Maul, and Vader is losing, and so Vader takes his lightsaber and stabs himself to kill Maul behind him, and then Maul's like, I sense so much hate. Who do you hate this much? And then Vader just like myself. Like.
Yep. I
Here's
don't know about that.
Here's a picture of. I hope they do some stuff like that in Rebels. That'd be great.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
So
interesting.
if he was trained by Maul and that's his new lightsaber, then
I don't know.
I really like Rebels. I might like. I would rather. I'd rather have like a Rebels movie than Rogue One.
I don't want a Rebels movie.
I would love a live action Rebels movie. I would love that.
You know what irritates me about the Rogue One? Because Rogue One is supposed to be the movie where they steal the Death Star plans, right?
Yeah.
They're completely neglecting the Red Hand Squadron, and that annoys me.
They might be in it.
Literally
all we know about it is Rogue One. That is it.
Okay.
We just know Rogue One.
If they're gonna do a Rogue One, if they're gonna be telling that story, it needs to be the Red Hand Squadron that does it, because the Red Hand Squad was the group of I guess I don't even know what to call them. They were like a group of assassins, more or less, like commandos that broke in and stole that information from Vader, and they all died, actually. Like in the story, because this is told in Han Solo's book. Pretty sure it was the Red Hand Squadron. I gotta remember, because the leader of it was one of Han Solo's girlfriends, and she passed information on to. She beamed the information up to Leia's ship, and they all died afterwards. That's why Vader knew where it was going. That's why he could track it. And as soon as that happens and found out, Boba Fett found out about it and informed Han of what happened to her. Because Bree had that was her name. Bree had a bounty on her head, and Fett was trying to cash in, and I think Lando actually helped bail her out of the situation with a bunch of space pirates by buying the contract of, like, one of Lando's friends was a space pirate who had just robbed a ship, and Fett had her, and Lando looked at her, the captain, and said, "Come on, man, come on, babe, you owe me something here." So they paid Fett off to leave Bree alone, and they made a deal that if she ever died, to make sure to tell Han and her family that she died, so that way there was no question of if she was alive or dead. And he fulfilled his promise. You can say anything about Fett, but he does fulfill his promises.
One thing I just thought about is, which I thought was, like, I never really thought of, but I always thought of Leia's last name as Skywalker. But
No, it's Organa.
Yeah, which makes sense to me now. But I was just like whenever I thought about it, I always thought of like her as a Skywalker.
Well, she
So I
is a
guess-
Skywalker.
I guess she is, but it's like her last name would be Organa, and I guess maybe she. I don't know if they do that, if they take last names. In the
Well,
Star
no,
Wars
she
universe.
was General Solo.
Okay.
Yeah, she was a Solo. I know that because in the books, Mara Jade took on. She was Mara Jade Skywalker.
I mean, of course. I mean, if you're a Sith, or a Jedi, you want that last name. That's like running for president. Your last name being Kennedy. Of course you're gonna use it.
Yeah, buddy. It's a shame we haven't had any good presidents lately, but that's a whole nother conversation. I'm trying to think of anything else.
I had a Star Wars. Oh, did you see the? Do you know how Django Unchained, the Quentin Tarantino movie with DiCaprio and Jamie Foxx?
Yeah,
is
yeah.
related? You know it's related to Star Wars.
What?
Jamie Foxx's character Django
Uh-huh.
and Django Fett are based off the same character.
Oh yeah, yeah. The what is it, like the 1967 movie Django?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
both based off of the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear that. That makes sense. That makes sense. By the way, Quentin Tarantino also did a movie, or brought a movie over called Spaghetti Western Django.
Yeah.
And if you ever had a chance to watch that, it's so ridiculously funny.
What is it called? Did you hear the story about Sam Jackson's purple lightsaber and why it's purple?
No.
So Sam Jackson went to George Lucas and was like, "Can I get a purple lightsaber?" And George Lucas was like, "No, lightsabers are the good guy. Jedi have blue or green, and Sith get red." And so he was like, "All right." Sam Jackson was like, "Okay." And then when they finished filming and they added they completed some of the scenes with editing, and he pulls in Sam Jackson and was like, "Look at this." And he was like, "It already caused a shitstorm on the internet." And it's him with a purple lightsaber. And Sam Jackson was on a talk show, and he's like, "The reason why I wanted a purple lightsaber is so I could see myself in the big battle in episode 2." he said there's like 50 Jedi all with green and blue, and I wanted to, and every time I see it, I'm like, there I am, purple lightsaber.
That's funny.
He had a purple lightsaber he gave to Sandra Bullock on the show,
Yeah.
and Sandra Bullock was like, "Are you sure?" He was like, "Yeah, it's worth way more now that I touched it." Which he's true. She was like, "My son's gonna love this." He was like, "When he grows out of Star Wars, it's gonna be worth a ton of money now that I've touched it."
That's freaking hilarious, actually. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Speaking of Samuel L. Jackson, The Hateful Eight.
Mhm.
We're gonna go ahead and talk about the ending of The Hateful Eight. That ending scene where they're both laying in that bed with the rope
Mhm.
was amazing.
It was great.
Like, this bitch is gonna hang. Oh my god!
Yeah.
And the look on her face and the look on their face while
Yeah.
they're doing it is priceless because they're grinning. They know they're dead. They're grinning and you know, they romp it over there and they're just laying on top of each other watching her struggle. It's like, oh my god,
Did you
that's amazing.
They made $2 million off of that cabin.
Wow.
They built that cabin in Minnesota, and they sold
Really?
it. Yeah, and they sold it.
So pretty
Mindy's
much
haberdashery.
they pretty much just
They made a
their-
profit on the set of, just like this on the set. They made a profit.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That is absolutely fantastic.
it was cool. And the ending movie. So that last scene, the last few scenes with what's his name underneath of the floor. As soon as
Yeah.
Sam Jackson gets shot in the
Yeah.
balls, that wasn't in the cabin in Minnesota. That was on a stage
Mhm.
in California. But to make it in the same conditions, they lowered the temperature to below freezing in the studio to get
Really?
it. And the entire movie they were drinking hot tea so they could get the breath. They get like the thick
Yeah.
like smoked breath. Yeah. Like there's pictures of like Sam Jackson and Kurt Russell after they finish the scene darting outside to get into the warm.
That's
Yeah.
pretty hilarious.
It was a good movie.
That was a really good movie. I actually really, really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
I just I literally when I watched it by backup, unfortunately. I was sitting there and everybody kept interrupting me, so I watched it in like spurts.
Oh.
But it still was awesome.
I'm definitely gonna buy the Blu-ray just because I want to see the two different versions because we saw different versions. My version was longer, and I want to know if it was just shots of scenery that they added in because shot on like the 70mm film, like
Yeah.
ultra wide, like the scenery shots look awesome. And I want to know if I just had 12 minutes of extra scenery or if I had a little bit extra like dialogue and stuff.
You might have just had a little bit of extra scenery, if anything.
Yeah. This year's a big year for video game movies. We got 2 video game movies coming out this year that might. I think if these don't do well, I think that'd be like the nail in the coffin for video game movie. But if these do well, Warcraft and Assassin's Creed.
Okay, I think Assassin's Creed is going to be crap.
I really do like the director and Michael Fassbender is Ezio Auditore. So and he's a great actor. I don't think he would do I think he's at the point where he can say no to a bad movie. Like he's not like I got to pay the bills. I think he can say no to a bad movie.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, man. I'm kind of up on the air with video game movies, man. They've all been a big old letdown over the last couple of years.
Duncan Jones, the director of the Warcraft movie.
Yeah. I
really do. I like his other movie. He directed Source Code and not Source Code. What was the movie with Joseph Gordon-Levitt where he was Looper and Moon.
You know, a lot of people knocked Looper, but that was actually really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
And it was like, oh my god, his face looks so fake. Yes, well, they're CGIing a young Bruce Willis face onto him. What do you expect?
But yeah, I really do think Duncan Jones. And from the trailer I saw, the only problem I had with the movie is the orcs were too clean. Like I feel like the orcs need to be dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. That was my only problem. But there was so there's a lot of Easter eggs that were in that trailer for people who played the game.
Okay.
There's a scene where there's 2 orcs overlooking a field with and that field is in the video game with harvest golems, and you can see the harvest golems collecting wheat. And there's a sign that there's a sign that says Northshire or Dunmore, and that sign is in the video game and it was in the movie.
That's pretty cool.
And there's he tweeted out pictures of Stormwind, like the main capital city for the Alliance.
Yeah.
And there's like through the pictures you can see shops that are in the video game. Like that's the inn in Stormwind. Like it's cool. Like I hope they don't focus on that because people are like if you go see the movies, never play the video game, you'll be like, who cares? Bro, you've been showing this inn for 5 minutes. Who cares? And everyone else who's played the game is freaking out. But stuff like that, like I hope they do it like the Star Wars thing where there's Easter eggs to the original.
I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, the Warcraft movie is probably my most hyped movie. And then did you see the new Suicide Squad trailer?
I don't even care.
Dude, this trailer was great.
I saw it, and you know what? I'm pissed that they changed Harley Quinn's origins. Because Harley Quinn did not become Harley Quinn because the Joker forced her to. Harley Quinn became Harley Quinn because Harley Quinn wanted to become Harley Quinn, not because he tossed her into a pit of the chemicals that created him. That's crap.
I don't think we didn't see him toss her. She might have jumped herself.
It's in the current New 52. That's her new origin story. He pushes her in there, and that bleaches her skin and hair, and it's like, you guys ruined something.
Maybe she'll jump.
I don't know.
But
I
yeah,
don't know, man.
I'm more excited for that than I am Batman versus Superman.
I'm
They
not
started
even.
filming. They started filming for Justice League, by the way. There's been a few set photos.
I'm just mad about. I'm just mad about the whole Cyborg thing.
You such a hater.
I'm a hater because they took out the founding member of the Justice League. Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman didn't create Justice League. It was the Martian Manhunter. It was
Hater.
the Flash
Hater.
and the Green Lantern that created
Hater.
the Justice League originally.
Hate's
Not a
fair.
hater. I'm talking the original 8-Punk, not Cyborg that has no real attachment to the Justice League.
Hater.
As a matter of fact, he's only been in the Justice League like twice. Where Martian Manhunter has been a staple character.
Did you
And
see
he
the?
would have been so much cooler.
Did you see the first image for Justice? The first official image for Justice League.
Nah, send it over.
I just linked it.
Well, at least they're going to make Cyborg look pretty cool. That's good.
Aquaman. I'm glad they. It looks like there's some color, so it's not full black and white suit like they showed in that picture, that first picture of him.
Yeah.
Dude, would you be mad if you're the actors from Flash and Arrow? You're the guy who plays the Flash, and you're the guy who plays the Arrow. Are you mad they're not including you into the? You're not playing the Flash or Green Arrow in the
I would be pissed.
TV universe? I would be too. Yeah.
Because I mean, they don't have to do much to bring in those characters, those actors.
I really wanted the guy who played Superman in Smallville to be Superman.
No, he was. Oh,
He
God,
was like
Smallville was trash.
Smallville ended right before, a little bit before Superman Returns came out, and that would have been perfect for him to go straight from that. I liked Smallville. I really did.
Smallville was trash.
I really
That's all
liked
that was. That was a big heaping pile of trash.
Dude, I liked it.
Let's just destroy a mythos that is already there, and let's remake something like let's remake a teen drama. That's all that was Superman teen drama. That's it. Just trash.
That's what
Doomsday
Superman.
was a bartender.
That's
Really?
Okay, that's a little dumb, but they didn't have the budget to make
an EMS. Excuse me, but that was just so stupid. So and then they get the incredible Jet Jackson to be Cyborg. Oh, and he doesn't even have cybernetics on the outside. No, we have to be cheap as shit and make him wear a silver suit and say all of his cybernetics on the inside. Oh yeah, there we go. And then the greatest insult ever is introducing Impulse before they even introduce Barry. It's like no. You don't introduce Bart. Because Bart doesn't exist without Barry. How can you introduce somebody who is the great grandson of the Golden Age Flash? No, I'm sorry, Silver Age Flash. Excuse me.
I did really like the scene with the race scene between Superman and Aquaman.
I don't even in that
Smallville, yeah.
Yeah.
It was when Superman first meets Aquaman, and Clark's trying to chase down Aquaman, but Aquaman's outpacing him.
Lame.
There was I'm gonna try to find. It was taken down. I'm gonna try to find like another upload of it. But it was do you remember the concept trailer for Deadpool, like that concept footage that was like full CG?
Yeah.
There was something like that for Aquaman and Superman for the Justice League, a fight that might. I hope it's in Dawn of I hope it's in Batman vs Superman because I know Aquaman's in it. So pretty much what it was is Superman is right above the water, skimming above the water, going super fast, like the water's like shooting up, and it's great. Aquaman is underneath of him, like they're like racing across like the ocean. Aquaman jumps up and pretty much does like a thing where he kicks Superman down and is like riding him into the ocean, about to stab him with his trident. And It's a great thing. I'm gonna try to find it. Like. He hops on top of Superman's back like a surfboard and like flies him into the ocean. It was like insane.
That's pretty funny. I don't know.
Do you still not like the Joker?
I am up in the air. All I'm saying is if they make him Jason Todd, I quit. I'm never watching a DC movie again. ever.
You're just a hater. Just go and
No,
enjoy.
because they are shitting on so much story. Oh, all of a sudden, Jason Todd, which we have never talked about in any of the movies at all, comes out of nowhere. Okay, where's Dick Grayson? Where's Timothy Drake? Where's
They
Damien?
never talked about. They never
Where's
talked about
Stephanie
Aquaman.
Brown? We're spoiler in this. You know, if we're going to be introducing Jason Todd out of nowhere, I want to know where the rest of the Bat family is. Where's Barbara Gordon? You know, where's Barbara Gordon in this all? Where are the 6 other Batgirls? Hell, where's not Cassidy Kane? Kathy. What the hell is Batwoman's name?
Halle Berry.
Woman's Kate Kane. Kate Kane. Where the hell is Kate Kane? You know, where is she?
We saw her in the last Batman movie.
What, in that Revenge one, or what is it called?
Dark Knight Rises.
No, it's Batman Blood. Batman Bad Blood. She's in that, and that's the animated series. Those animated movies are 10 times better than whatever that Christopher Nolan shit out over the last couple of years.
God. You
Man,
can kill yourself.
screw those garbage movies. Oh, my real name is Robin. What? Oh, you dick. You, whatever the hell your name is in this movie. Go. Why didn't Bane just strangle you? And then there's another travesty, Bane. I'm not even going to talk about Catwoman, more like Surfer Board. You could have put wax on her belly and surfed across the ocean with her. There was nothing there, and Anne Hathaway was horrible as Catwoman. And then let's talk about the Dark Knight. Was it Dark Knight Rises or Falls? I don't remember. The one with Heath Ledger, which was the only. Oh, okay. Heath Ledger and the guy who played Harvey Dent were the only two good actors in that movie. That's it. Oh, no, I take that back.
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman was fantastic too. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And then, you know, Christian Bale. I'm Batman. Where's Rachel? Where's Rachel?
I do like
Rachel.
the new.
Where's Rachel?
I do like what's his name?
Rachel?
Ben Affleck's voice.
I'm Batman. Because he actually, you know, this is why Affleck's going to be the best Batman. Because he reads the comics. He knows what Batman is.
His voice sounds like he has the same thing that the Arrow has.
That Arrow has, yeah.
Yeah.
Which that's a whole nother problem I have with Arrow. All of a sudden, Ra's al Ghul has a hard-on for Arrow? No. Ra's al Ghul doesn't give a shit about Ollie. He could kill him and go on with his day. Ra's al Ghul has always been in love with Bruce. He wants Bruce to take over the League of Assassins and train everybody. That's what he wants to do. That was the whole plan. Marry Talia, take over the League of Assassins, and go on with his life. He doesn't care about the rest of those people at all. Ever. Sorry. Done. For now.
Okay.
Oh, no. Have you been watching The Flash?
No.
Okay. I have a gripe about The Flash real quick. Jay Garrett, okay? Awesome that they introduced him. Except for now they're like, oh, he needs to get his speed back or he's going to die. And I'm like, why is he even out of speed? Why hasn't he just regenerated by now? Because he's still connected. First of all, he shouldn't even need the Speed Force for his speed. Because his speed, before the Speed Force, was never connected to it. He was an experiment that activated his metahuman genes. Okay? And that was from heavy water. It had nothing to do with the Speed Force. Jay Garrett could run at the speed of sound, no problem, without any Speed Force. The only thing that made him faster than the speed of sound was the Speed Force. And when he uses the Speed Force is the only time he can go faster than the speed of sound. So Jay Garrett should not be walking around in this TV show. No. He should be running the speed of sound. No freaking problem. At all, because his powers had nothing to do with the Speed Force. At all. And I'm tired of this whole mentor position that they're giving the Flash. It is so annoying. The Flash is such a great show. They need to stop giving him mentors. They need to start giving him actual partners. Like Wally West showed up. That's awesome. Except for we've just made Wally West a street thug that likes racing cars. Great. Thank you. You've just ruined one of the best Flashes ever.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm good.
Now, it's hard for me to relate because I'm not this passionate about almost anything other than The Last Airbender. And I would like if now let me Kelly, if I understand where you're coming from, because if the M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong came out with The Last Airbender movie now,
not that second.
we would have
movie.
it would be like a 5-hour show of me just crying and yelling.
Jordan's nervous breakdown.
I would like that movie really makes me worried that we're never going to get one. A good, and I don't ever think we will get a good live action movie because
he just needs to let it go.
I don't think we will ever get a good live action movie because because of kid actors.
Yeah.
It's like Game of Thrones did a really good job of like all the kids in Game of Thrones, they can act. I know you don't like the show, but they can act.
I'm just worried that he won't get his shit together and write that next book and faster. It needs to come out before this next season comes out.
He has until April.
He has until April. You know what they're probably going to do? You know what they're probably going to do? The day the new season starts, the new book comes out.
They have people have been saying that they think the book's going to come out before April because all of the teasers have literally shown nothing. The first teaser was a montage of all the deaths that happened in the very
couple seasons.
The last teaser was literally just the Stark flag waving and Ramsay saying Winterfell is mine, which he said that last season. So they're not showing any new footage. So people think that the book is going to come out before. And as soon as the book comes, like the day the book comes out is the day we get a trailer or the day the season comes out.
Yep. I have a feeling that is going to happen, man. That's going to happen. Oh. All right. This has gone on too long. I've rambled too much. Let my nerdy passions take over.
So, yeah, in recap, E3 this year, I don't care who makes it. I don't care if it's another Red Dead Redemption. I don't care if it's anything. I want an open world RPG Western. That's all I want.
Yes. I wholeheartedly concur.
I want release date for Star Citizen. I want I don't really like him, but I'm interested in his game because Dean Hall, he has big ideas and I just don't know if he can ever deliver. But I'm interested in his new game. Interested in his new game.
What, where you get to see like the body parts on people working or something like that?
No, all right, that's what pisses me off. He's up there talking. He won't talk about the game, but he says your character has a working circulatory, respirative, and like an organ system. And I'm like, who cares, bro? I swear to God, if I get 30 FPS because I got a heart beating inside of me, I'm gonna be pissed off.
I know, right?
I'm gonna be pissed off.
Screw this shit, man. All right. Everybody, thank you guys for coming out and watching. Make sure you guys hit the like button. I want to hear your opinions on everything we talked about today. So type that crap in the comment section, what you guys think about it. Thank you guys for watching. I love your faces. Say goodbye, Jordan.
Goodbye, Kelly.
Goodbye, Jordan.